Hello everybody, welcome back to more Brotato. Today we're going to be checking out a mod from BioInvasion. It is a Star Wars focus mod featuring a bunch of new changes, such as 4 new weapons that seem like they have completely different styles to them. New weapon class, obviously the new character here mostly being the thing. There's a Stormtrooper, but I think it's just there for fun. This one is going to be like the one that's a little bit more developed here. 10 max HP, 30% damage, 5 armor. You start with Force Choke. All attack speed gains are reduced by 40%, which is wild, and minus 10% speed. I'm very curious to see what that exactly is going to look like. But of course, we've also got a lightsaber. We've got a lightsaber, Force Lightning, a Force Push, and Force Choke, apparently. Oh my god, look at that. So yeah, the lightsaber, just a normal weapon here. Force, 2 weapons, minus 2% attack speed, so minus 4%. It looks like maybe we're actually just... I don't know, unless that's because we have technically we have an attack speed gain reduction, which does translate to an attack speed reduction as well, ironically. Oh, look at that. So what's the distance on the push? Or the choke, it slows them down. Look at that little animation on the lightsaber. That's so nice. Also, this freaking not lightsaber, the helmet on the Darth Vader is so cool as well. Oh my god. Force Lightning. So here's the thing. Like, I kind of want to do 2 separate runs focusing on 2 separate things. Man, so what do we got here? So Force Lightning... It sends out loads of bouncy lightning is what the thing I got over here says. So that sounds like a lot of fun. I feel like maybe going for focusing in on the lightsabers first, and then we'll do a second run where we focus on the lightning. I think that might be the way to go there. But yeah, dang, look at this little Brotato character. This is very well done. The visuals on the actual helmet itself, just really, really good, really fitting with, the game itself. Honestly, like if it were to include a Star Wars character, I'd think it would look generally kind of like this. But yeah, the fact that we have really slow attack speed means that this the Force Choke ability seems pretty solid. Does this scale off of what? It's got to scale off melee, right? It's got to scale up melee. Wait, Force... Oh! At 3 weapons, it gives you 4% dodge. Huh. So there's a different bonus. It scales up in a different way. So at 2 weapons, it was minus 2% attack speed twice? Maybe? And then now it's minus 4% attack speed and plus 4% dodge. Interesting. Let's get damage up. A little bit of HP up. We're a tanky lad. So Force Choke. Push, I can only imagine, is just going to be a large knockback. I think we'll play around with that with the other run. But for now, I just want to get as many freaking lightsabers as possible. Can you blame me? But yeah, just having one of this Force Choke is actually surprisingly good, it seems. Do they get released... Oh, okay, so they take 1 damage, and then after a cooldown, they take 4 damage as well. Oh, that's kind of interesting. This is looking mighty polished. I would say so myself. Very, very neat. Also, I'm just loving watching the little lightsabers come out. The fact that it has a little bit more of a sweepy animation, which, again, like, if you don't know, was that they had to make that themselves. There is not a sweeping attack animation in Brotato. So, that is something I had to do this up. Why are our boxes so far down? What happened there? Oh, they're back. It was just one of the items in the shop. Oh, it must be one of the Force Push item had such a long description that it pushes it all down. Okay, that's interesting, though. Melee damage, crit chance. We could get a little bit of crit chance. I feel like we are going to be killing anyways, though. Piggy bank is standard. There's a lot of stuff that's... Yeah, I think it seems like everything else is relatively standard base game stuff. Let's see here. I think we just rock it with this. But yeah, again, lots of extra damage, which seems to be applicable on the lightsaber, which seems to have maybe a slightly slower cooldown, but does pretty high damage anyways. So a high damage plus a high percentage damage increase means you're going to be more likely to get one-shots off. But yeah, having one Force Choke seems really viable. More than having a one-off of like anything else in the game, almost, it seems. We shall see, we shall see. That being said, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'd like it if there was more weapons that felt logical to have just one of. I think Palm is one that is... It's worth considering having a one-off of, just like standard, not Palm, really. I'm assuming this doesn't do anything with Force Choke. Let's find out. Attack speed increase. It's reduced. That's reduced as well. I don't think it's like a great thing. I'm not going to go all in on those or anything. Taser, pistol. Give me one of them. I'll lock for an upgraded Force Choke. I think like... Okay, so piercing... It has piercing 6. So, one second. Okay. Oh my god, look at the little bandana on the little bandana on top of his head there. That is very funny. So yeah, so the projectile is just... It's like a big sweeping piercing beam. So it does have the ability to pierce through more enemies now, I guess, because of the... Oof. Yeah, I'm feeling the lack of attack speed here. Figuring out how to get into the late game and survive will be certainly a concern. Upgrading our move speed past 10% negative might be a good start. Just like being able to get around everything a little bit easier. I think adding a little bit of a lightsaber sound effect would be fun too. I think that I'm trying to picture exactly how it gets done in the game though. I think it might be harder said than done for weapons. I can't remember. A little bit of regen. Oh, God, just taking attack speed feels stupid, but okay. More damage, I guess. Force Choke upgrade. Ooh, there we go. There's no legendaries, as far as I'm aware, from what I've been informed. Attacks have a chance to deal burning damage. Not very much, though. Force Lightning. No. Speed minus range. I could probably take a little bit of a minus range. Just the little beanie just on top of the helmet is so funny to me. I enjoy it. I'll admit, I'm very curious how the Force Choke interacts with bouncy bullets. I'm trying to picture if it would become a problem. It might ruin it, but it may be kind of funny as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'm wowed. I'm wowed by the Force Choke ability. The fact that it's kind of like a makeshift temp stun is something that we certainly have not seen in a weapon. Truthfully. Oh, it's like a forceful stun into a little bit of damage afterwards. Like the closest kind of a thing I can think of is my legendary palm, and that is completely different. Let's go with crit chance, sure. Oh, so these are also blades. Worth noting that counts as a blade. Force 6 weapon force is 10% dodge and minus 10% attack speed. The good news is it's probably only a minus 6% attack speed, technically, unless they change the way that that works. Affected by 75% of elemental damage. Ooh wee. Range up? This may be impacted by range. Like, so many things in the base game are not impacted by range. Force Choke might be. Let's find out. It might be. I can't quite tell. No? Yes? No? But yeah, it's a weird stat in the base game. It's like range is kind of just for melee, which feels backwards because it doesn't really do anything worth doing on bullets or anything like that. That being said, if this was impacted by range, it would actually matter. It would genuinely matter a little bit. But yeah, the fact that we can stun, move around, and squeak around, I am very impressed. This is a good mod. Really, really good. Man, I hope you keep going on making more mods. Like already, I'm curious to see what else you could hopefully keep doing. Give me a little bit of regen on that. Flat melee damage, not gonna be okay. Sure, not gonna be fantastically importante. I don't really need piercing damage. If we were going elemental, then it looks like we would want elemental damage up, because this does get 30% damage reduction on each pierce, but I'm going to be real. We're not going for the base damage on that. We're using it as a stun. Boop. Down with that, down with that. Look at him go. But yeah, I guess, like, I'm trying to think if you kept it in the Star Wars universe, I'm sure you could still come up with a bunch of other stuff as well. Come up with neat different ways that even just different types of lightsabers could have different effects. The Force Push can crit. Force Choke can crit. Man, this is neat. You could build around that easily for high damage. Here I was foolishly thinking it was possibly just utility. But here I am seeing, like, the damage scaling of it is not bad. 75%. It can crit, meaning, you know, we can lean into some cheese with crit percent damage if nothing else. Ugh. Huge. Come on. I know it's not as good, but, like, I have to. We get less of a downgrade from that. That's kind of a nice thing, is we get penalized less. We're 1 coin off metal detector. I'm not gonna stay there for that. Energy bracelets, tempting. Baby with the beard, nah. Fuel tank, probably not. It's this or nothing. It's nerf or nothing. This does so much crit damage. With that in mind, I'm looking more for crit chance then. You know what? Lightsabers are a great contender for hunting trophy, obviously. They are yet another blade weapon, making them great for that. Bop it up, bop it up, bop it up, bop. Choppy choppy. All right. Just absolutely mowing through. Lawnmower weapon when? But yeah, like the addition of different types of weapon, slicing attacks, everything like that, the kind of push weapon here. This is changing things up in a very neat way. Holy cannoli. I'm excited to see a second run with, like, the Force Lightning angle. Or was it Force Push, Force Lightning? Unfortunately, I do think that, like, Force Choke, Force Lightning would be better. Whoop. Fine. Actually, lifesteal might be pretty good with Force Choke. I don't really need glass cannon. It's kind of base glass cannon is just kind of bad, unfortunately. A little bit more armor. I can take a little bit of lifesteal this late into the game. It's not going to be that big of a deal to lose our harvesting. Harvesting over the course of time. Way up. Oh my god, look at that, 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 look at it. I'm trying to think, yeah, like, because you could obviously just... you could implement, like, an axe that, you know, does a full swing around you. You could implement all kinds of stuff like that. Sword, just like a standard sword being added to the game would be neat. Hammer getting updated to have, like, an actual swing. Just, wow. I do hope that... I hope that if nothing else that mods do gets implemented into the full game, I hope different types of weapon swings gets implemented. Because I think that every single melee weapon being a lunging attack could be... It just could be improved a lot. Okay, I'm going to try. I know that we get a huge reduction on that. It's not, like, amazing, amazing. God, I can't. It would be stupid, right? Our damage is already actually not as good as you would think. The fact that we are not killing the ribcage boys faster with a full assault of all of our weapons is bad news, dude. Okay. Swap. I also wonder what a range increase kind of looks like for a weirder attack pattern weapon like this. Oh no. Also, I'm wondering what these weapons look like on a character that doesn't have an attack speed penalty. We'll probably move into... into, like, just the Stormtrooper character or something. Though Crazy would be a fun one to check out as well. XP gain minus range. It's too late. It's too late in the run. Crit chance. Yes. Huh. It's a pretty disappointing upgrade from 2 to 3, I'll say. Not that big of a deal, truthfully, but worth mentioning. There was no point to do that. It's the final wave, though. But yeah, the lightsaber upgrade from blue to purple is all right. Are we going to live? I actually am not so sure. We do have, like, the really low attack speed, but I don't really have a proper idea of how this is going to look because base Brotato doesn't have sweeping weapons, which solves some of the issues that melee weapons have, which is the fact that they often get kind of, like, flanked more easily. Their weapons are hitting less, you know, less of the enemies that they need to be hitting immediately and more of the enemies that they, you know, it's nice that they kill in the back line or mid line. Like, a melee build that does not have... That only has... Yeah, we currently have a 26% attack speed increase, which is still not nothing. But... Oh, my word. It's telling that we're doing as well as we are with that in mind. Oh, boy. It seems like it stops dashers in their track, too, the force choke. Ooh, we're going to get a little bit got here. Attack speed downgrade certainly noticeable, but we are a bit of a chonky lad. Good. Let's get out of here. Go to the bottom corner. Whoop. That's a win. That's a win for Mr. Vader. Very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, I was going to say, I assume you get the ability to start with other things. Can Crazy start with... Crazy cannot start with a lightsaber, because it is a blade. Technically, it's a blade. That's interesting. These are Force Elemental. We'll start with Force Lightning. This one's a bit funkier. I think that this one might be like a work in progress. Maybe? Or a sketchy one. Oh. I see. It's like a bouncy shotgun. When we get 6 of these, or if we got 6 of these, it would be really neat. Let's get a little lifesteal to go with it. I'm gonna at least definitely take another one. It looks maybe a little bit more expensive. It's more expensive than your average weapon. It's a high cost common. For example, like a fist would only cost about like 16 or 18 there. This costs 30. So the price is high. I don't know if that was an intentional thing or if they were just like working off the base of a different weapon that has kind of a more premium price at the beginning. Oh. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Elemental damage up for sure. I mean, there's a world in which we see. Yeah, that is expensive. This does scale off of elemental. All right, so now we have the push. I mean, I think it works. It'll probably work how anyone would think. Yeah. It's cool looking though. I really, really, really like the visual of it. Also, the little elemental visual effect they got right here is really nice too. I think that was made by them. I don't think I've seen that in the files. I think that was made by them entirely too. The little visual effect on the hand, like, whoa. I think that's neat. When we actually get some damage, what's a crit on this? Like, oh wait, a crit on this is good. I'm gonna say no. But yeah, the price is surprising. I don't know if it's intentional. I mean, it has the two weapons have a different price, so maybe it is intentional. Maybe it scales really well, and it's supposed to be a little bit of a spicier kind of a weapon that you have to invest a little bit more into. We're staying alive, for what it's worth. But I could see taking like a one-off of either force choke or force push in like a burn build. I think that I could see that going really, really well. Oh boy. Oh boy. I could see that going really, really well. This could scale, like maybe it scales well, maybe not, but gives you that survivability that most elemental builds kind of lack the close range kill potential. Early wisdom. Maybe? Nah. Alright, well, we got 5 here. 5 different weapons. I want to see them all going like bap, 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 bap. I think attack speed would go a long way. Affected by 40% of elemental damage. Cooldown of 2.16. I do have a slight attack speed downgrade. I can't remember from what. What did I get that has an attack speed downgrade? The force. Just having force. That's curious too. I kind of like the concept of classes innately having a stat that is a downgrade on them as well. Like, I like the idea of one maybe having a super buff to one category, but you do get like a noticeable decrease to something else. Kind of like this one. I think that's a fun just game design concept, not just like for this, because it would incentivize you to play around certain things a little bit more. I like that. I like that idea. Huge, always. Yes. Gentle alien. I don't know if it's gonna be great for us. 1 elemental damage. Didn't even scale us up. It checks out. We got 6 now. 6 weapons. Would I take another force push? If force push came to force shove, I might. I think I would. I think I would combine lightnings. If it's anything like Lightning Shiv, that thing scales up like a son of a gun. Because Lightning Shiv scales up in damage and bounces. So it does more damage to more enemies. So if this scales up in a similar way, that'd be a big deal. Also, I want to try and... Okay, so yeah, they got the lightning bolts from... Same lightning bolts from Lightning Shiv. Makes sense. They look a little bit more slender and thin, though. So I think they stretched them out to make it look a little bit more beamy, which is also very cool. Oh, almost did it. Wow me. Yeah. It's so expensive, man! It's so expensive! Why? I'm just a guy who wants to use Force Lightning. Why do I have to break the bank to cast Force Lightning on my foes? What's that about? Oh, God. With no elemental damage scaling, we are going to die. Very, very shortly. These guys are taking far too much to kill. Scoot on in. Scoot on up, scoot up. Over, over. Oh, mama. Oh, papa. Yeah, like a little bit of piercing would go a long way, too. Ugh. Like, I'm probably gonna live, but dang, man. Oh, maybe not. That last oh, that was such a good last second pivot. Oh, Ugly Tooth, huge. 1 elemental damage at this point. Just yes. Yes, yes. Fine. Okay. Yep, more damage. What? I might... What? I might combine this, honestly. Piercing 2? I might combine. I think it's actually better. Yeah. These are always going to be our biggest kind of issues on a build like this. Elemental builds always have that kind of an issue. We're also down to 8% attack speed because we lose a little bit less there. Yeah, I don't have kill potential right now. We need much more attack speed. Much more attack speed. But as we get higher level Force Lightnings, they also scale better off of elemental damage, it looked like. So maybe we'll get to the point where we can kill things immediately in front of us a little bit easier. But again, that is the elemental damage concern. And I think it's okay for an archetype of weapons to have a flaw like that, to work around. You'd be like, oh, I'm going elemental run. I need to figure out how do I deal with the things in front of my face. Huge. Okay, well, don't roll. I guess I'll keep at that point. Immediately getting a blue rank there, that's going to be a pretty big damage spike, I would assume. These guys are nothing. Oh, oh, that's so satisfying. That is unbelievably satisfying. What does it look like killing that guy? Not good. Not good looking. Bad looking. Bad looking, not good looking. We basically not scaled our... That hurts. Basically not scaled our survivability since the beginning as well. That's on us. That's on us. But that's one thing I kind of like about the character. It's not like there's anything fancy going on. It's just, oh my god, I have 10 more health. The guy. but honestly, I like that. You know, to an extent, not having to care as much is just going to be huge. I'm feeling spicy. I'll just take one. If I really just want to live, I would do that. But I kind of want to thrive, dude. Okay. Force push came to force shove, so I think I'll do it. Show me an epic, I'm gonna take it. Boop. I do hope... There we go. I want them to be off cooldown. There we go. I want them to be firing off at different times, so we can use them to actually push away more types of enemies. Oh, this is good. Oh, this is good. It's quite different feeling than other builds in the base game. I do think, like, the fact that 6 force shoves could work, or force push could work. 6 force lightning, I think can work too. It's just kind of expensive. Like, if I went hunting trophy meme dream, I sure could, but yeah, I think the base price is maybe a bit high. But it's hardly that big of a deal. Very cool mod, though. Very cool mod. Very, very polished. Really neat. Really, really neat. I do hope that the... Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I do hope that the Stormtrooper gets the Darth Vader helmet treatment, and I think it will. I think it will. More damage, less range. Okay. Wave 11. Last one. Yes. Yes. Last one after. I don't know why it's the last one, not last one. Oh boy. Yeah. I'm trying to think how they could even get to me if I had 6 force pushes. You know what I'm saying? How could they even make it to me? If these guys can't make it to me? And they speed up at 1,000 miles an hour? Like, look at them. Poor sap. Oh my god, he almost did it. Oh, the son of a gun almost did it. Oh god. Oh god, it's actually causing... Oh god. I mean, yeah, maybe they can get to me now with this amount, but I do stand by the fact that if I had 6, I don't think they could get to me. If I had 6 and, like, even a little attack speed, I think it'd be, like, a fat chance they make it to me. Oh my god. It is terrifying, though, because they come back so much faster. Ugh, I hate how much money we had to lose there. 2 flat elemental, I'll take it. I risk it. I'm not going to risk it. Damage, a little bit of down, to attack speed, I'll take it. At this point, sure. 14 on that. How much do we do for the push? 21? Well, it doesn't... I guess it doesn't bounce. I'm going to try and get right up close and personal to those guys so we can get them with the little teeny tiny zaps. Wave 12. Money doesn't matter. Only HP drops matter. Oh, God. Because of the nature of the push projectile, I do think corner stress is just the way to go again. I don't want it to be. But dang, the game really incentivizes corner strats. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, that was just a flub. I think I actually die here. Good regen on that. Maybe not. Oh, that was... These are just some bad flubbing dodges. That was shocking. Well, all right. Yeah, that was just some rough dodges, but yeah, it's not as strong, and I don't think it's necessarily the fact that the weapon's not great. I think it's just that we had to spend a lot more money on buying them than we did other things. I think that if we were playing Mage and we found the weapon, I think that it would be a joke. I think it would be quite a bit easier, like having that extra applications and everything like that. We could have gotten more potential elemental damage. Maybe it's just that the scaling on it is clamped a little too hard or something. I don't know. I don't think so. I'd have to play with it again. The 10% attack speed downgrade on the Force class is spooky. Like, I think that it's almost looked at as more of a penalty to the fact that the class of weapons is maybe slightly stronger than other things, which is a novel idea. Sort of like a curse for taking too many good, like, super powerful weapons. If that's the idea, I think that's kind of nifty. But all in all, Bio Invasion, very good. Very, 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 very good. Very fun mod. Highly polished, very neat. It's genuinely replayable. Like, seeing all these weapons, I'm curious, like, how does Force Choke work on the mage? You know, like, how would that look? How strong would that be if we, like, forced in on that as actual damage? Affected by 50% of magical damage. You know, like, yeah, how would crazy plus the lightsaber work? How would, you know, yeah, just like, there's a lot of neat ideas. Pacifist might like to go Force Choke as well. Just lots of cool ideas here. But alas, that's going to do it for today for Brotato. If you'd be sad to see you go, you're going to have to let me know in the form of a comment down below. If you have any mods that you've been working on, you want to let me know, come into my Discord. There's a link at the bottom of the, or in the middle, bottom, there's a link in the description. There's a Brotato channel in there where people are talking about the mods they're making, talking about the game, everything like that. Go check it out. Thank you for watching. Thank you. And I will see you next time. Bye.